Hi dudes, I'm Brooke. I'm going to do my new updated makeup tutorial today. I've been doing it a little bit differently lately, not super different, but let's go ahead and get into it anyway. So obviously I have to give a forehead reveal. Unfortunately, so sorry about that. I always use these little disposable wedges because I like that they make me feel like I don't have to wash a beauty blender every day. And I wouldn't be able to use a beauty blender without washing it, if that makes sense. And then I use the NYX Bear With Me Prime Set Refresh Spray to wet the sponge. And then I use the NARS Light Reflecting Foundation in the shade Oslo. I'll do one little pump on each side of my face usually, and then so 2 pumps total. I like this foundation a lot. It's medium to light coverage-ish, and it's kind of dewy. So if you like a matte foundation or a high coverage, this is not the one, but I like a dewy foundation with not a ton of coverage. So I like it. And then I'm gonna respray my little brush and do one more pump. That much. I get some on that cheek and then a little more on my forehead. And I know I've said this a million times if you've watched anything where it's addressed before, but my eyebrows, if you're wondering what's going on there, or I guess what isn't going on there. I was platinum blonde before, so I had really light microblading to match that platinum blonde, and I really liked it. And then I dyed my hair black, and I had somebody go over that and just said oh, just, don't change the shape at all, don't change anything about it, just make it match my new hair color, because I was oh, I'm never gonna not have black hair. And unfortunately that just wasn't what I got. It was a completely different shape. It was super chunky and I did not like it. So I've pretty much hated that microblading since I got it done. And I have I guess kind of in the grand scheme of things recently, but it's been a few months of lasering it off, but it's just such a long process that right now they're kind of yellowy light brown, but eventually they will be fully off, but that's just, it's a long process, but it's worth it already because I can at least cover them now. Whereas before they were legitimately black. I couldn't barely even cover them. I just had to kind of take the L and have bad eyebrows, which I know my eyebrows, the way I do them now, are not everybody's favorite already, but I like them and that's what matters. I like a really thin, fake 90s brow, drawn on doll brow. This concealer is, let's see what it is. The Revlon Glimmer Correcting Concealer. It's not super high coverage either, but I end up kind of putting eyeshadow under my eyes anyway, so it doesn't really need to be. I like that it's pink tinted. It's good for my, I have a cool skin tone, so it's good for that. I'm realizing I usually have a Red Bull in these get ready with me's or whatever we call them, little makeup moments or hair moments. I don't have one today. There's one in my fridge. Oh, I'm so sorry, girl. There's a few in my fridge actually, but I have to film after this. I'm getting ready to film, and if I were to chug a Red Bull, I'd be all shaky and whatever during filming. And also I would totally croak the whole time. I would be trying to film and every 2 seconds I'd be in my throat. So it's probably best that I don't have a Red Bull right now, as much as I would love one. Next I do contour, and this is the, okay, I never know how to pronounce this, if it's supposed to be Sace Lady or Sake Lady. I guess if it was Sake it would be a K, but Sace Lady. And it's in the shade Shady, or 06. Or 90? I think it's 06. Can you tell I have Botox? I'm trying to lift my eyebrow. Okay, we're gonna put that right here. On that topic, I'll tell you guys what I have in my face just for transparency's sake. I'm not one of those people that thinks everybody needs to be 100% transparent about what they have done, because I think it's personal to people sometimes. I just also am not one of those people that cares about my own thing. I'm very I'm an open book about that. So that's why I choose to be transparent about it, because I am always because for me, God, I'm so sorry, girl. Twice now. Because for me, it's if somebody looks really good and I can tell that they've had something done, I want to know for myself, ooh, 3 times now, she's gonna beat my ass. I've been getting Botox for years, like once or maybe twice a year. But I really like being frozen with Botox. Like I like the way it feels. It makes my skin feel smooth, makes my makeup go on better. I like the feeling of it. But yeah, I really like the way Botox feels personally. I like the tightness of it. I like not having a ton of movement. I like when I don't have 97 forehead like wrinkles when I lift my eyebrows up. That is personal preference. This is the Maybelline Fit Me blush in Plum. I was about to read off a bunch of numbers, but that is not the color. I'm allergic to plums. Anyway, but yeah, I love Botox. And then I have, for myself, you know, not everybody needs it, you know, bean soup, etc. And then I have had lip filler for years, not like continually getting lip filler for years. It goes away after like 9 months, and then you have to, like, you metabolize it after a certain amount of time, and then you have to get more. If you like the way it looked, you just kind of have to keep it up. So I've been doing that for years, and I mean, that's pretty obvious. I think I'm clockable as somebody with lip filler, which is fine. In February of this year, I'm recording this in December, if you're watching this long time later. It had migrated bad just because I had been getting it for years. And I guess I'm pretty prone to migration, which is a bummer. So it had migrated pretty bad. And so I removed all of it and started fresh. And so I now have 2 syringes worth, maybe 2.5, 3, because I guess I had gotten 1 back after that. And then a month later or so, I got a second one to kind of like get my lips back to where they were. And then recently, like a few weeks ago, I went in. So it had been like 9 or 10 months, which I had probably lost some since then just in metabolizing it, and got another syringe. So I probably have like 2.5 or 3 syringes worth in my lips right now. And I like the way they look now. I don't want to go any bigger. I think if I went any bigger, they would look really fake and really ridiculous. And I think they look nice right now. Oh, that highlight was the ColourPop Super Shock Cheek in Stole the Show. And then I just recently, when I went for the first time, got cheek filler, which was a new thing for me, but I really like it. I also got some in my temples as well, which I guess helps with the cheeks, but I don't notice the temples. I guess it's more for like pulling up the whole, like a mini facelift almost. I know it sounds like a lot, guys, but I like this stuff, okay? I'm almost 30, cut me a break. So yeah, I like stuff like that. I don't know how much I have in my cheeks, to be honest. I don't remember, but I was a fan. I'm going to continue keeping that up. I'm not going to get more in my cheeks, but like once it goes away, I will definitely do it again because I really liked the look. I feel like I kind of have like no fill right here in my cheeks, and it makes me look older than I am sometimes. So I was pleased to fill that out. But yeah, I don't think I would do much more. Like I wouldn't really fill anywhere else on my face or anything. I like the look I have going right now. And I also, I guess, when I'm talking Botox, I also do a lip flip with Botox because it keeps your lips from, when you get filler, it keeps them from going out and like looking like a duck. You know how some people get filler and they have like a like ducky look? The Botox like lip flip keeps them looking more like for lack of a better way to say it, it makes them more like tall than it does out. So it's a tiny little dot of Botox right there to stop that from happening. Enough about that. We're going in with because I have no eyebrows, we have to draw them on, with the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade in Granite and a little brow brush. Okay, I will have to get kind of close to this mirror that I've got right here, so forgive that. It's my least favorite part. I wish I just had eyebrows. They grow in, but they grow in like really sparse and like right here, and then right where I'd pluck them anyway, like right there. And it's like, well, that's not helpful. And it's not even enough to have a little like Ariana Grande, like Manon, like sharp brow like that, because it's so sparse. It's just like, it's a nothing brow. Like this is me growing them out. There's nothing there. It's like 5 brows. I'm so jealous of those girls who have like really thick, like full brows that they can shape however they want. You guys don't know how good you have it. Okay, that's gonna have to do. And then this one's gonna be her sister, not her twin, like always. Oh, I forgot. I also have TMJ Botox as well in my masseters. It stops you from going, like, grinding your jaw and stuff, because I habitually crack my jaw like this. I'm like a a cracker of my back and my hands, my jaw. But it shrinks the muscle a little bit too, and I would be lying if I said I didn't like the way it looked as well. But yeah, no, I wouldn't get anything additional, I don't think. I mean, never say never, I guess. If I did, I would tell you guys because I like being honest about it personally. But yeah, I also liked the way I looked before. But I think what I have just kind of amplifies what I liked about my face. It doesn't like change my original face, if that makes sense, which is kind of I think people who don't understand stuff like that, like straight men will always be like, what do you mean? Of course you changed your face. And it's like, well, yeah, of course. But I think for me, it's more like amplifying the things I did like. So I'm taking my same concealer and I'm just blocking out. This is only relevant to me really, but I'm just blocking out where you can see my microblading shining through. Guys, never get your eyebrows microbladed, guys. Don't do it. Okay, work. That'll do. Like, you can only do so much. I am going to use the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. I'm really right now only going to use this one light pink shade as like a highlight on my brow bone because frankly it helps block out the like set that concealer I just did and block out my microblading even better. So that's what we're gonna do. I love this palette though. I think it's like gone now, but they need to bring it back because it's so fierce. It smells like chocolate. It's so freaking yummy. And all the colors are good. I'm gonna probably have to go like touch up my brow again because I'm getting like highlight all over it right now, but that's all right. I'll probably just do it real quick and edit it out so you guys don't have to watch me do it again. Now for the fun part, which is eyeshadow. I'm gonna use the Stone Cold Fox ColourPop palette. I love this palette. I'm going to go with, let's do Obsidian, which is this color right here. And I'm just gonna get like a big fluffy brush, which is always my go-to for eyeshadow. I'm gonna just put it in the whole like crease area and blend it up. And then I blend it out pretty far. Like you can see I'm taking it to like here almost. You blend it farther than you think. I'm gonna do the same thing to the other eye. This is my bad side, so don't judge me, guys. I know like other people don't ever see when you say like, oh, my bad side versus my good side, but like I feel like when people say that to me, they're lying because my difference of my bad side versus my good side, in my opinion, is so severe. It's like two different people. It's because my jaw's crooked, so it's like I feel like one side of my face is just a completely different person. Now I'm gonna go under. And of course you have to make, you know, mascara face. So apologies for that. I like to do little circles in the corner right here. I think it helps blend it out really well. And then I start blending it like down pretty far. Again, farther than you'd think. I blend it like into my cheekbone. Because we are kind of going for like a Tim Burton dead look, which you gotta kind of give yourself an under eye circle. Not that I didn't start this with them, but I'm gonna keep that brush right there because I will use it to blend more in a second. But I'm also going to take a more like packing brush, if that makes sense. And I'm gonna use this cute little blood drippy Glamlite brush from the Saw collection from Glamlite. I just had to show the brush off because it's cute. And I'm gonna do a darker brown. I like to do like an almost black brown for my like lid. And then in this case, I'm gonna do the same palette, but I'm using the Drama Mama. And I'm gonna pack it all over the brush because I tend to get, like even in my first makeup tutorial on this channel, this happened to me. I tend to get like a little bit of like blotching right here. I don't know why, but it never wants to stick all the way on my lid. I could probably use a primer and it would help, but I've used different primers and it doesn't really change it. So I tend to get best results when I either use a liquid eyeshadow or I just pack it the fuck on. So we're gonna pack it the fuck on because I don't wanna use liquid eyeshadow today. You're gonna take it all the way up to the crease and then like settle it in the crease. See how it does that? I don't know if you could see, but like it doesn't want to stay right there. It drives me crazy. Okay, I haven't blended that out yet, but we're gonna do the other side and then blend both out. Okay, and then before I blend out again, I'm also going to pack it a little bit on the bottom. Way less product on the brush for this time. And I'm going to really focus on like the bottom corner. Just putting a little bit and expect some fallout. Okay, now we're going to blend that all out with the first brush with the lighter color. I'm going to start with the top. Like where it's touching the two colors, I'm just going to like blend those two. And then we go in the bottom and do the same thing. Then what I like to do is take a brown eyeliner. I like this Maybelline Define a Line, and I believe this is in brownish black. And then I just like to kind of complete the line by going in my inner corner. And bringing it out until it kind of meets where the eyeshadow ended. And then doing the same thing up into like this area where the eyeshadow starts. And I'll do that on both sides, obviously. Okay, and then what I do from there is get a teeny tiny brown brush that has like a really small tip that I can work with, like a round tip, and then kind of blend it out, like smudge it out a little bit. And then I'll probably have to add a little bit more, smudge it out, add a little bit more, and kind of, you know, feel it out from there. Because sometimes it blends a little bit with the concealer that I've put. So like I like the way the bottom looks, well, as I fix that, but I like the way the bottom looks, but the top has kind of smudged out and gone away. And then this is ridiculous, but sometimes I will also take a like brush that has no product on it, like this, that's small like that, and then just adjust, like I get a little bit of fallout, and oh, there's a bug in here. I'll get a little bit of fallout in the corner that makes it look like there's like a line going inward right there, and it bugs me. So I'll kind of fix it like that, and then take my sponge and just kind of redo little pats of concealer to just bring back the concealer that I lost right there. It's super subtle, but just kind of blends my makeup back on. And then what I'm going to do is take a liquid eyeliner. I like the e.l.f. one, and literally draw on bottom lashes before I do my bottom lashes. So I used to just do 3 on each corner, and then one day I decided to just full send it and draw on the entire bottom lower lash, and I've been doing that since, and I like it way better. So let me see if I can get a little closer. So I do literally, I'll start in the middle and draw one like that, and then I draw in the corner. Kind of have to open my eyes like really wide like a freak, but it helps. And then I'll do 2 in between those. And then I do 2 more on this side. Like that. I'm gonna do the same thing on this side. Okay, let me have some bangs back so I feel like a person. So next I'm gonna do mascara. I've been using the Essence Bye Bye Panda Eyes. I was using the CoverGirl one before, but I like this because it deposits more mascara at once and it makes it easier. This is good because I get the smudginess under my eyes if I don't use like a smudge-proof mascara. And this one's smudge-proof, as is the CoverGirl one. Okay, first coat on there. And then I'm going to do 2 coats, and then I'm going to do my lipstick, and then come back and do another 2 coats. I'm going to let the first 2 coats dry, and then I'll probably do another 1 or 2 coats. While those dry, I'm going to do my lipstick. Also worth noting, I have fake eyelashes right now. Like, they're done, they're eyelash extensions, so I can't like link eyelashes or anything, but I do know that I wear the longest is 15s, and I have a hybrid set, if that's helpful. Okay, so my favorite product in the world for lips right now is the Nekoyanin Eclipse lip stain, so I'm going to use that. And I'm going to get most of the product off the brush because I'm going to use it as like kind of a lip liner almost, and then like ombre it in. want to do a few coats so it gets a little bit darker near the edge. And then while that dries, I'm going to do another coat of mascara. And then I think that's actually good on mascara. I don't want to wear anymore, but I will put on some lip gloss. And this is the e.l.f. Glow Reviver Melting Lip Balm in Java Chip. And it very disarmingly is sweet and smells like chocolate. So kind of makes me want to eat it, but I won't. So yeah, this is the final look. I will list all the products in the description and everything, and there you go. Let me know if you have any questions or anything like that. I'll do my best to answer everything.